All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us this evening. It is, what's the date? December 19th, 2013. My name is Gregory Massantry, Vice President of Sales with Day One. We have an incredible event lined up for you tonight. It is the last Day One Hangout with your founder, Mark Seaforth, for the 2013 year. We will be back on January, I believe it's the 2nd. That is a Thursday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, so you can, again, register for that at Day One Hangout. But, again, we have something really exciting. Mark is a trip. He is excited. He is just in the Christmas spirit to bring to you exactly what we're doing here tonight. You were either invited by a friend or a family member, or maybe you saw it on social media, maybe you even received an email about this live hangout. Well, it's very important that you listen in from the founder and you see exactly what we're doing here, because it is something special. It is different. If you open up your mind just for a little bit, you know, it's only 2 weeks left of this year. Open your mind just and fill your mind with what Mark is going to show you this evening, because what we have here at Day One, again, is something truly, truly special. And I hope that you choose to become a consumer for charity. I hope that 2014 is the best year of your life, because where we're going, you know, is to the top. So with that, I will throw it over to your founder, Mr. Mark Seaforth. Mark?
Thank you, Greg. And again, I'm really excited. I'm really happy. I'm excited tonight. Obviously, I'm wearing this silly hat, so it must mean something. And that means we're pretty close to Christmas and a really special time of the year for a lot of us. So I just really, I'm thrilled to have everybody on the call tonight. I know everybody's kind of getting in that spirit of getting out there and doing their shopping and finishing up and being with family and friends. And so, you know, that's why we're not going to have a call until after the first, as Greg has said. But, you know, I said this last week, and I just want to share this with you before I begin this presentation, is that this is a great time of reflection. It really is a wonderful time to kind of look back over the past year, to see, you know, where you've been, what you've accomplished. And really, I mean, that's why people talk about planning for the new year. But, you know, people say, I don't ever do that anymore. I don't even bother to write down New Year's resolutions. Well, you know what? I always write down New Year's resolutions, because I always enter every new year with great hopes, great expectations, and that's really what all of us need to do. And because if you're not, you know, 100% thrilled with where you're at in your life right now, then, you know, chances are you probably want to make some sort of a change. I'm always changing. You know, at my age, I still look forward to, you know, how can I get better? How can I improve? What can I do differently? How can I be more effective with my time? How can I make a bigger impact on other people's lives? Well, that's what you can do here with Day One. Is you've got an opportunity, instead of working that 45-year plan, which we're going to talk about, you got the opportunity to get on the 1-year plan. Now, don't get me wrong. When I talk about the 1-year plan to wealth building and retirement, that doesn't mean you're going to be finished in 1 year. You won't be. But what you will do in this next year is you will lay the foundation to accumulate whatever wealth you want to accumulate in your life. And that's a fact. And you have that opportunity right now. So let's begin. This is going to be a very relaxing, you know, 15, 20 minutes here. Matter of fact, you're going to see the presentation going a little bit quicker. The slides are getting a little more effective. But again, just kind of think about, you know, what you'd like to have happen in your life in 2014 as you look at this presentation. So with that, Greg, I'm going to see if I can bring this bad boy up on the screen here. So bear with me for 1 second as I get this done.
Absolutely. You know, I could tell you. I can tell you why you're doing that, Mark. That folks, this is going to be a tremendous presentation, but we're coming to North Carolina live in February, so look out for some information on that. We have a media site that you can visit. It's media.myday1.com. So we'll talk a little bit more about that at the end, and I'll throw it back over to Mark. Mark.
Thanks, Greg. And yeah, you're right. Definitely want to talk about this rally, and that's going to be fantastic. It's going to be a lot of fun. What's the date? I know you mentioned it, but just again, it's in. I don't even know.
That's February.
I don't know when it is.
It's February 7th and 8th. I believe it's a Friday and Saturday, so a dual day of a lot of fun.
Okay, great. All right, well, let's get into the presentation tonight. I know a lot of you brought guests on. They're taking a look at you know, the Day One for the first time. They want to know what this whole thing's about this 1-year plan to wealth building and retirement. They want to know what this crazy thing is called the money board, and, of course, why we call ourselves consumers for charity. So those are the points we're going to be talking about tonight. But when we challenge you with this money challenge, that's really what we're talking about. We're talking about, you know, making the decision to get off that 45-year plan. Ladies and gentlemen, I watched my dad stay on the 45-year plan, and it wasn't wonderful. And I've watched a lot of people stay on the 45-year plan. It's not great because at the end of the 45 years, most people end up with really nothing, not much, if anything. Maybe Social Security if they're lucky, but you can change that. You actually have the ability to change that and to go into this one-year plan. So tonight, as you look at this presentation, that's the decision you're going to make. You're going to make the decision, do I want to continue on this whole thing of one day I'm going to have success, one day I'm going to have that home, one day I'm going to have that car, one day I'm not going to have to go to a job anymore, or do you want to change something and let your one day become day one? And that's really why we named the company Day One, because it truly is your day one. And we're going to show you how with this business and this company that you truly can change your life in 2014. So let's get started. Our program is built on 3 cornerstones. Our products, and our lead product is Day Cafe Slim. A wealth building system, which uses something that no one's ever seen before called the money board. And this is nothing more than the idea of taking the whole world of business and networking and turning it into a game of wealth building. So it's something fun, it's something exciting, and it's something financially rewarding. And the third cornerstone to Day One, and something that really drives me, is that we're not distributors, we're not reps, we're consumers for charity. Because one of the things we do here is that from the very beginning, we have a system of showing people how they can benefit others in need while you're helping yourself to a whole new life. So we'll go through all 3 of these cornerstones. We'll talk about each one of them. But let's begin with the first, which is our product. It starts with Day Cafe Slim. Ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't tried it or if you haven't gotten it yet, you need to. This is, without a doubt, the best product that I've ever been involved with in my entire career in this industry. And I've been doing this since 1975. So when you think about that, that's a pretty big statement. Because what makes this product amazing is that it's a product that people like, but it's something that is so different because, we came out with a product that is something that everybody uses. I mean, it's the most consumed beverage in the world after water. You can see here it's the largest traded commodity after oil. Think how big that is. And the world loves coffee. So it's not something where you've got to change anybody's habits. Just people like coffee. I love my coffee. But we did something else. We just didn't say, let's come out with a coffee. We came out with a coffee that slims. Now, why did we do that? Well, look at these numbers. Over 100 million people in the United States are on a diet. 100 million. That's a lot of people. Almost 70% of all the adults in the United States are overweight. And again, it goes back to the third point. The world loves coffee. So if you can create a coffee that slims and there's no habits to change, think how easy that is. And I will tell you this much about Day Cafe Slim. Folks, it works. Number one, it's a great tasting Arabica coffee. This coffee comes from the same place as Starbucks and all the big coffee places. When they get their coffee, they get it out of Malaysia. We get our coffee from the same place. It's convenient because the one thing about Day Cafe Slim, you can carry it with you. If you can get a cup of hot water anywhere, you're going to have an unbelievable great tasting cup of coffee because it's just in a simple package. You just put it in with hot water, it blends instantly, and here's the great thing. It really tastes good. It doesn't have that bad taste like an instant. This coffee tastes tremendous. And then look at the value. I mean, you're talking a fraction of the cost of what it costs to get a Starbucks or anything else. I'm talking about, a coffee that's so inexpensive, everybody will want to use it. But here's the great thing. Can you imagine a coffee that you're enjoying this great taste, this great coffee, but at the same time, without doing anything, you actually have slimming benefits, you actually lose weight, you lose body fat. Ladies and gentlemen, I've lost 16 pounds. Actually, I think I'm close to 18 now. Now, the holidays, I will admit, probably on the holidays, I might just kind of hold my own. I probably won't lose any more over the next couple of weeks because I'm like everybody. I'm with family, friends. I'm having a great time. I'm eating a lot. But you know what? When I get off the holidays, even through the holidays, because I'm taking this coffee, I probably won't gain anything. I'll just maintain. And then when I get off the holidays, just because I go back to a little bit of a better regime using this coffee, I start losing weight. I don't like the diet. This coffee takes the weight off of you. And the reason is because what it has in it. It's got 400 milligrams of the green coffee bean extract. Everybody's heard about it. You can go, Google Dr. Oz or, go to YouTube and read, listen to a couple videotapes from Dr. Oz talking about it. Same thing with the Ganoderma extract. Guess what? These ingredients cause you to lose weight without changing your diet, without having to do an additional exercise. Ladies and gentlemen, it works. And so when you take a coffee and you combine it with slimming benefits, what do you think you've got? I mean, you've got a product it's a billion-dollar product, because both industries stand alone are billion-dollar industries, and now you've got both in one great-tasting coffee. And again, it's so easy to use. And people know me. I like to eat. I mean, I do like to eat, but when I can lose weight and still enjoy my coffee, I'm thinking, man, this is almost like utopia. It can't get any better. So that's where it starts, folks. It starts with a product that everybody will want, everybody will love it, everybody will want to continue to use it, and that means money and dollars in your pocket. And let me show you how you're going to earn those dollars now. And this is the simplest thing you're ever going to do in your life, and it's with a unique concept, this wealth-building concept that we created called the money board. Again, you'll never see this in anything else. It's different, it's unique, it's fun, and here's how it works. There's two parts to our compensation in the way that you earn income. One, the first part, which is how you get started, is on the money board. And the second part of the income that you earn is the lifetime residual. Let's cover both of them. Start with the money board. When you actually join day one, you see that little square diamond in the top left there? Well, that's you. And when you first get involved, until you actually put in your first two players or first two consumers for charity, that's two people enroll into day one, and when you see how easy that is, you're going to be, oh my gosh, this has got to be, there's nothing like this in existence. But when you first start, you got this little red squares, and this is, remember, this updates every day. Well, until you get your first two, it stays red, and you're losing money on the money board. You don't make anything on the money board. But the moment you put in the first person, then all of a sudden, you're going to start to make money from what we call weekly earned bonuses. Let's take a look how this happens. You're going along, all red, all red. Now you put in the first person. See, it's a key there. That's your first person. The first time you put somebody in, depending on how they roll, you're going to get a bonus that's paid weekly. If they roll at the lowest level we have, which is $55, which is almost a joke, and it is a joke because there isn't a business in the world you have for $55 product entry, you still make $10 in a weekly bonus. Now, when the second person enrolls that you put on the money board, and let's say they come in at what we call professional level, you make $50. When the third person enrolls and they come in at what we call master level, you make $150. Now, this money's paid weekly. And folks, you don't have to stop at you 1, 2, or 3. You can enroll as many people as you want, and everybody's going to make their own decision how they enter. They're going to enter based on what their skill sets are and what they want to do and what they want to accomplish, what their financial position is. They'll make their own decision how they enter, but once they enter, you've got people on the money board. Now the fun begins, because this is just a weekly earned bonuses. But look what happens from all this money that comes in as people start to enroll in this business. You get what's called pay line bonuses. You see these pay line bonuses here, these little icons, you know, with the jewels and with the pearls and with the diamonds. Well, those are your 3 pay line bonuses, okay? And look what happens here. And this is where it's unbelievable. And this is the difference. This is what makes this company so special. This is what makes it fun. This is why you do it. Because what you're able to do here is you're actually able to do one thing that's the most critical thing you'll ever do in your life if you're ever going to have great success, and that is you're going to leverage your time. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're not leveraging your time, you've really been missing the boat. Because I discovered this at a very young age, and once I discovered it, I never looked back. And it's given me a life of so many blessings I can't even measure it. Because all it starts with is, let's say you just decide you're going to put in 2 people, all right? You're going to put in 2 people and stop. And look what happens here. If those 2 each put in 2, and this continues, and remember, you get paid through 15 pay lines of people. So what happened here? You put in 2 people. You stopped. But those 2 put in 2 and stopped, and those put in 2 and stopped, and you see the numbers keep growing and growing and growing. Now, a lot of people look at it and go, oh, that's impossible. How come from 2 people you end up with 32,000 people in your 15 pay line? Well, guess what? It could be less. It could be a lot less. But guess what? It could be more. Because what if everybody decided to put in 3 and stop instead of 2? And this is just an example. Look what happens by the 8th pay line. The difference from 2 just to 3 people, you're talking about 256 versus 6,500. Now, what does this all mean to you? Well, remember, as people enroll, you're going to get paid. And there's 3 different ways that people are going to enroll in this business. The pay line bonus 1, the pay line bonus 2 we talked about, and the pay line bonus 3. Now, depending on how they enter is how much you make every time on the money board. And folks, this is updating on your money board every day. That's what makes this fun. once this thing takes off. Now, granted, when you first get started, these are small numbers. It's not that exciting on your money board. But can you imagine when you get to the point where, say, by the 8th pay line, you start having this kind of activity where you've got 250 to 6,000 people, depending on who's doing what, on your 8th pay line, and this is updated every day, and this is growing every day, and you're getting paid on every one of these individuals either $1, $2, or $7. So, do your own math, but this is just the front end of the business. This is just from people actually getting involved as consumers for charity and joining day one. And again, I don't think this works. I know it works. I know it doesn't work perfectly. I know it doesn't, grow exactly the way, it never does it exactly. I mean, I've seen people put in 10, they get 2, and those 2 get 3, and those 3 each get 20. I mean, it's all over the place. But the point is, you're getting paid 15 pay lines deep. It doesn't matter how it grows. The point is, once you do the right things at the very beginning, because the reality is, if you work hard for your first 3 pay lines, the rest of this is going to happen. And if you don't understand that part, you're missing it, because that's what we call, leveraging your time. Because all of a sudden, as this thing continues to grow, it's not based on what you're doing anymore. So you've got this unbelievable income you can make from, putting people into the business and sharing this unbelievable opportunity with them. But now, in addition to what you earn off the money board, there's also free bonuses on the money board. And what we mean by that is, to start with, we have what's called Attrition Buster Bonus 1, 2, and 3. Now, what is that? Very simply, when people, and this, again, is something that doesn't happen anywhere in any other company. When people outside your organization, what I mean by outside your organization, when people come from somebody else, not from your genealogy, or people that come in after your 15th pay line, as they're building this organization, because everybody gets 15 pay lines, but those ones after 15 aren't in your organization, right? But guess what? That's this attrition buster, because what we do is we still reward you on people outside your pay lines. And we do it in the way of these free bonuses, and they'll be popping up on your money board, and it's a proprietary system that I sat down and developed, because I've been writing comp plans since 1975, 74. I guess I wrote my first one, really, but 75 I started really taking what I'd written and started using it. But this is different. It's unique. And it rewards you not from your efforts, not even from the efforts of your own pay lines, but outside of that. Again, unheard of. In addition to that, in addition to the money you earn from those attrition buster bonuses, you'll also have these icons popping up on your board, like a fantasy bonus, a mystery bonus, a money challenge. Now, what are those? Free bonuses again. Those are opportunities for example, fantasy bonus could be a vacation. Mystery bonus could be an iPad. The money challenge is going to be cash. These will be popping up on your board as you start to grow and build your business. And when they pop up, you're going to get to play a game to have a chance to win these different bonuses. And this is going to be going on every month. We actually are launching these over a period of time starting in January. We're going to try to launch them before that, but we really had a lot to put together. So we wanted to get things done, finished, operational like we are right now. So now we can start. We're going to start with the money challenge bonus first. As they start to pop up on your board, we're going to start playing the money challenge game. And everybody's going to get a chance to play it. And you're going to see how this works starting in January. So, again, this is going to be so much fun, ladies and gentlemen. And here's the crazy thing. That's just the front end. That's the money board. That's just to make unbelievable money and have fun with this game, the money board. But the real income is your lifetime residual. That's why we say it takes 2 to play. That's 2 to get on the money board and start, 3 to get serious. Why? Because once you get serious and you decide you're going to start doing the same thing again, remember the 15 pay lines? Well, this is the back end now. Now, what do we mean by the back end? The back end is that same thing's happening. These people have come in from the money board. You got 2 and stopped in this example, and it continues to grow. Or if you went over here and got 3, and it continued to grow. Everybody that you see here is also, they're either ordering product themselves every month, because obviously these are great products that we have. I mean, nobody's not going to want the Day Cafe Slim every month. But they're ordering products every month for their own consumption, plus they have customers that are ordering the product from them. Because it's easy to get customers because we got great products. And people can go right to your website and order off your website. You don't have to lift a finger. You just send them a website. Hey, you want the coffee? Go to my website, get it. Matter of fact, if you haven't looked at your website lately, go take a look. Because actually, you can send anybody to your website to get a free sample of Day Cafe Slim now. But you didn't know that, a lot of you. Can you imagine that? You get to send people that live all over the United States to your website and just say, go there and get a free sample of Day Cafe Slim, and then let's go come to these Google Hangouts and let me share an opportunity of a lifetime with you. So, folks, getting back to this, why is this so critical? Because the money board is going to build this for you. But then here's what happens. And this example here is based on not a person having, each individual here we're showing having, bunches of customers. This is this is only consuming one product a month for themselves. One product a month for themselves, approximately $2. What happens when they have customers? What happens when people are consuming more than one product? All of a sudden, when you take a look, for example, at this 8K line, whether you got 200 people or 6,000 people, that number might not be $2 every month. That might be $3, $4, $5. It could be anything based on what each individual is doing. Folks, that's leveraged income. Where did it come from? It came from those first 2 or 3 pay lines where you put in 2 who got 2 or 3 who got 3, whatever you did. It comes from that. And then it grows because guess what? Once this catches on and people get it and it works and it makes sense and everything's happening the way we're talking about, it never slows down. And folks, we do one more thing. There's all this breakage in any network marketing company and throughout the entire home-based industry. There's all this breakage that's never paid out because there's people who aren't earning all the commissions. So what do most companies do? They keep it. We don't. That's why we are the highest paying company in the United States, and I will challenge anybody on this call or anybody you ever bring to this business to show me one company, one, and if they do it, I'll announce it. One company that pays out more than what we pay out in bonuses, because not only do we have an unbelievable payout, but we pay out all the breakage, 100%. Never keep a penny for the company. Doesn't go into the company coffers. It goes to you. And this money goes to you in the form of these things called flex bonuses. So why do we say 2 to play, 3 to get serious? Because if you can put in 3 consumers for charity or 3 players that go on the money board, you're going to qualify for Flex Bonus 1. What is Flex Bonus 1? It's the breakage. It's all money, and it changes every month. The amount that Flex Bonus 1 can be, whether you have 1 share or 2 shares, how many shares is how much you're going to get. Flex Bonus 2 is you get 3, you'll get 3. Now all of a sudden you're qualifying for a second bonus. Again, it's all the breakage. And you can have, if you do this over and over again, you can have more and more shares of the breakage from the Flex Bonus. Folks, again, there's not a compensation plan like this in the industry. It's not difficult. It's actually pretty simple. It might look difficult tonight. Don't worry about it. You're going to get it because it won't take that long. You'll be looking at this going, oh, this is a cake. This is a cakewalk. But in addition to everything else I've shared, we also have the benefactor circle. What is that? We take 3.5% of all the company product sales and we share it with the leaders. Because these leaders, these are different levels of leadership, from patron, visionary, champion, legacy. And those individuals, because of what they do, because they're building this business, they're going to share also, in addition to all the other bonuses we talked about, all the free stuff, the attrition buzzer, the pay lines, the lifetime residual, they're also going to share in the benefactor circle. So ladies and gentlemen, that's the wealth building system. And I gave it to you really quick, but you're going to learn it. It's simple, it's easy, and it's fun. And when this money board takes off, you're going to have a ball sharing your money board with other people. So with that, let's talk about the third cornerstone, because this is the part that also really sets us apart. I mean, this company is so unique. I mean, come on. You take a look at this. If you look at the products, if you look at this money board, if you look at our payout system, if you look at the fact that we're also consumers for charity, who does that? Nobody. And what do we mean by being a consumer for charity? This is how it works. And again, this is something that's real. This is not fake. This is because, for me, this is what drives me, and eventually one day it'll drive you. I get it. When you first start, I've always said that. It's about how much money can I make. But once you start making the money, you're going to feel good about what we do here, because all we say is whatever you make in day one. Let's say you're making $5,000 a month, and I hope everybody on this call is making $5,000 or more one day. But let's say you're making $5,000 and you agree to donate 10% to the charity of your choice. And these are just some examples below. But I mean, it's obviously your charity. There's a million different charities you can donate to. Well, if you do that, as a company, we'll match it. So if you're giving it out of your $5,500, we'll also match your $500 and give it to the charity of your choice. Again, ladies and gentlemen, nobody does this. Nobody. And this is so unique. And you don't have to give anything. You don't have to. But I know if you do, this will be the most rewarding business you do, because when you learn to give back, there's just nothing like it. I mean, there's nothing you'll ever do that'll be more rewarding than when you start, seeing an impact in the lives of others. So, ladies and gentlemen, what does it take to be successful? Now, I guess this is the part that most people say when I show this. They go, no, it can't be that easy. There's no way that you could have this kind of success and it'd be that easy. But it is. It really, truly is. And again, take my word, I've been in this industry since I was a kid, since I was in my 20s. I made my first million when I was just in my 25, 26 years old. I made my first million because I understood how simple this was and how unique of a concept this was. But we didn't have what we have right now. We didn't have a way to build the way you can build right now. So what do you have to do to be successful? That's it. Be a good inviter. If you can go to, when you go to day one hangout to register, you can go in there and you can send emails, and you can do it through emails or Facebook. You can send out 100 invitations to this Google Hangout from people all over the United States just using your email contact list. And if you just do that, you're going to have tremendous success. You can do it from home in your pajamas. Now, if you want to be a little more aggressive, which is what I do because I believe in that person-to-person contact, you just use the sharing tools. You give people a day cafe, samples. Or you do the business cards. Go to your back office. We have these new business cards you can order. And look what's on these business cards. Because the whole idea is, and we got a new one that's coming out too, one that's product-driven. This one talks about the one-year plan to wealth building retirement. But the point is, just passing out business cards. They're going to come register for this live event. That's all you got to do. Or hand them the money challenge flyer. These things work. I know. I give them out. They work. They work. Because what they are, they just ask people to do a very simple thing. That's all a person has to do is be a good inviter. Just send people to the coffee hangouts. Now, coffee hangout, I'm saying the Google Hangouts. Coffee hangouts is if you decide to do it in your own home and you use this PowerPoint presentation yourself, or you invite people over for a coffee hangout in your home, and you go, hey, we're going to watch Mark or some other leader do the presentation. Come up on my computer. We'll set it on a monitor. Let's take a look at this. Do your coffee hangouts at home. Invite people over. Let them try the coffee. Let them watch this for a few minutes. Guess what? You built your business. I mean, it just can't get any easier. So how do you get started? How do you get started changing your life from the 45-year to the 1-year plan? Because that's what we're talking about here. But you have to make that decision. Nobody can do it for you. You have to make the decision. But how do you get started? Well, there's 3 different ways you can enter. Master, professional, or the novice skeptic. And don't you like that, the skeptic? Because the truth is 90% of American people are skeptics. So we have an entry level for those folks. We have an entry level. If you're a skeptic, you don't believe a word I just said, great. I'll show you a way you can enter, find out if what we're saying is true or not. Because you can come in as a skeptic and not even take the zero risk. Because look at this. If you come in as a master, and what we mean by that, that's somebody that knows they're going to take this thing, they're going to build this thing to an unbelievable level. If you come in at that level, you're getting $500 of the product, $499 of it. So you get $500 of the product. By the way, if you're coming in and you're getting the exact same amount of product as what it costs, the business is actually free. Because you're not paying for the business. You're not paying for your websites. You're not paying for the training. You're not paying for anything. Only thing you do when you enter is you buy product. That's it. Nothing else. You just come in and you get product. Now, if you come in as a master, you can see you've got $25,000 cap on the money board, which is nice. That means you get to stay on there until you get full $25,000 off of it. And for every time you add a new enrollment, you get a $2,000 increase, as a master. But maybe you're not ready for that. Maybe you come in as a professional. That's $150. Now it's a $5,000 cap on the money board, and you get a $1,000 additional cap increase for every new enrollment. That's not bad. And you can always upgrade anytime you want. Or let's say that you either financially, maybe you're not in a position where you have a lot right now, or you're a skeptic, but you're still thinking, this could work. Well, guess what, folks? Coming at $55, you get $55 a day Cafe Slim, which is enough to launch your business. You still have a $2,500 cap on the money board. You still get a $1,000 increase for every new enrollment, and you get 50% of all your bonuses at any time when you're making money. You just upgrade. If you want to make more off the money board, if you want to make 100% of your bonuses, all you do is upgrade to professional or master. Then you get 100% of everything. So think about that. Where in the world can you come in and start a business for $55? Folks, when you go gas up, how much do you spend buying a tank of gas? My guess is it's a lot more than $55. One tank of gas is more than $55. One dinner out is more than $55. You can't do anything for $55, and yet you can join day one and go from a 45-year plan of working and never probably having what you want out of life to a 1-year plan and change your life forever. You just have to decide which consumer for charity are you, master, professional, novice, or skeptic. But you know, folks, pick one. Don't let this go by. Just don't miss out. There's nothing like this in existence anywhere. And again, you're going to have so much fun. You're going to be successful. You are not going to fail. You're going to build, and this thing's going to be so easy. These Google Hangouts, the coffee Hangouts, they're just beginning. So take advantage of it. You know, go into 2014 with a whole new approach to what your life's going to be about, and you're going to be surprised as to what happens. Greg, back over to you for a minute while I come out of this PowerPoint.
Absolutely. Fantastic presentation. Folks, what you just saw, I mean, your jaw's got to be down here right now because it is that simple. What Mark's created, I mean, you got to realize this is a debt-free company. Timing is everything in this industry. This is a company that is nowhere to go but straight up, okay? The coffee, the wealth building system, the matching charitable donations. Folks, we have teams being built in Seattle, California, Pennsylvania, Arizona, here in South Florida, and some other places, of course, in across the nation. But now is the time to get involved. Now is the time to become a consumer for charity, because when this thing hits, and believe me it will, we're talking about a tipping point. Okay, that's business. Talking about a tipping point. Because once it hits there, the word will be out. It will be all over social media. It will be in every email out there, and people will go look at you and they go, "You're not a consumer for charity." So that's where this is going. 2014 is 2 weeks away. I'm so excited to be a part of it, and I hope you are too. And what you saw tonight, this is just the beginning. So I'll throw it back to you, Mark, for final words.
Well, all I wanted to say to everybody was just have a really wonderful and safe, happy, and again, you know, it's Christmas. You know, it's the holidays, and it's a time for family and friends, and you really just enjoy. You know, I mean, to me, this is the greatest time of the year. I just can't get enough of the holidays. But at the same time, I'm looking forward to 2014. I look at what we've put together here at day one, and I know this is something special. This is not just your everyday, you know, run-of-the-mill, you know, hey, I got a business opportunity for you. This is something really different, something really special. You're never going to see anything like this again. So you're at the foundation, like Greg said, and you're really in an unbelievable time. We're just now launching the Money Board. We just came out with the Day Cafe Slim. We just created this whole thing with the Google Hangouts and the idea that you can sit at home and wear a silly hat and build a business. I mean, where else can you do that? I mean, it's just amazing, folks. So just again, we thank you for being here. We'll see you after the first of the year. Again, a Happy New Year, everybody, too, because we won't see you until after the New Year, but a Happy New Year. And let's make 2014 something spectacular, something that we'll all, when the end of the next 2014 passes, we'll go, wow, what happened in my life? And again, I just know that. I want that for everybody. So, again, Happy Holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Goodbye.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.